Well, hello everyone. Welcome back, guys. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddin back again with lab number 9 from Prototype Pollution Vulnerability module. This is gonna be the second last lab from this module. So in this lab, we are gonna see remote code execution via server-side prototype pollution. There is a hint. The command execution sync is only invoked when an admin user triggers vulnerable function on the site. Okay, that's I know. Everything is fine. Let's go and access the lab here. And you can see we get here the traffic. Fine. So let's go. I'm directly going to log in with our user account, which is Wiener, and the password is Peter. Hit enter, don't save. And you can see we already have admin panel here. If you go to the admin panel, we have one button here which is saying run maintenance job. So we will see that in a minute, but first of all, we need to find out where we can get the source. Okay, so let's see, in the same functionality, I'm just going to submit the request. So once we submit the request, you can see this is the post request where we submit the data about our address or billing address, and the response contains the user information with the address. So the input is in the JSON format, and in the response also we have JSON. So I'm just going to send this request to the repeater. Go to the repeater, send it one more time, so we see the correct response, and you can see is admin is equal to true. Now what I need to try here is to see if I can get the source correctly or not. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say underscore underscore proto underscore underscore, and here I'm gonna say uh, let's say color is red. So this property we try to inject, and let's send the request. So as we send the request, you can see we can inject a property. That means this is the verified source, because in the response it is rendered the property what we injected. Fine. Now the second thing is to find out the gadget. Okay, we will try to inject a arbitrary command. So let's see, if I go to the admin panel, there was one functionality to run the maintenance job. So let's see what's inside that. If I just click on run, you can see this is the request /admin/jobs. And what this basically doing, it said complete maintenance job. And what was the maintenance job? Database cleanup. So this is successfully completed, and file system cleanup also. This is again completed. Maybe running some system commands, arbitrary commands that clean up databases and file system. So analyze this request. So here you can see in the post data section, we have CSRF session ID and task, and the task is db-cleanup and fs-cleanup, database cleanup and the fs cleanup. So maybe these two are some kind of functions, and then these functions are being passed to execute or something like this. In the result, in the response, you can see there is a result, and whatever you see here, this is all we have here also in the response. Fine. So um, let's see, if we go back, I'm just first of all going to send this request to the repeater so that we do not miss this request. Everything is fine. Now the thing is, we will try to pollute the prototype with a malicious exec argument property that add eval function. We know eval function is dangerous. Instead of color, we are going to use a malicious property, let's say exec argv, okay, for the arguments. And what argument we will add here? We will add here, let's see, delete all of these. Okay, and here I'm gonna try hyphen eval. Okay, and within that I'm gonna say required, so that must be executed or considered. And then I'm gonna say here child process, child underscore process, and this is gonna exec sync. Let me just write, then I will explain what basically is going on here, and that's going to execute any system command what you need. Because this is kind of blind remote code execution, so that you will not directly see the response here. The command is executing in the backend. So for just proof of concept and to see it, because uh, Portswigger does not allow you to interact out of band. If but in the real life scenario, you can try webhook. Okay, so webhook will provide you a link or a URL, and that URL you can use for the out of band interaction. So whenever someone uh, make a request to this URL, you will get a hit here. But because Portswigger does not allow you to go for any out of band interaction, that's why even this will not work. So my purpose was to execute a curl command, okay, so that we can get a hit. Just wait a moment, copy this and paste that. Okay, okay, this was the issue. It must be closed here. Okay, like this. So that is going to be our system command that will verify that the remote code execution is working or not, because rest of the arbitrary commands will not give you anything that shows that command is executing or not. So to verify whether the commands are working or not, we try to make a request, get request to this out of band URL. Okay, so if I send this request, you can see this is uh, added in the property and you can see it. But if we go to the admin panel and run the maintenance job one more time, you can see this time it is failed. Okay, if we come back here, you can see there is no hit because Portswigger is blocking any traffic going out of band. So, and we don't have the professional version of the burp site. So in community version, this burp collaborator will not work. Okay, otherwise we will generate a domain name or a URL from the burp collaborator, and we try to make a request on that URL. Okay, but no issues. We will do our task, and how we will do that, instead of this curl command, we will put here a command rm space hyphen rf, and what file we need to delete is home slash carlos slash morale.txt. Okay, so just send the request and you can see it's updated here. And if we come back here to the admin panel and we run the maintenance job again, uh, it's not deleted. Home Carlos morale.txt. Let me see, just verify the file name, morale, morale.txt, rm space hyphen rf, or we can try, we can just try rm, try to execute, send the request again. It seems perfect. Okay, and come back here, admin panel, and run the maintenance job again. Okay, something is broken maybe, so just restart the node application. Node server successfully started and we need to log in again. So winner and the password is Peter. Fine. We need to capture the request one more time. So back here, submit this request, and this was the request. Send that to the repeater. Come back here, send it one more time. Everything is fine. And here we just need to say underscore underscore proto underscore underscore, and here we will use exec argv, which is for the argument, and the argument we will pass is gonna be the eval, so that we can execute the system command is equal to required, and it will generate a child process or call a child process. Okay, child underscore process, then exec sync rm slash home slash carlos slash morale.txt. Okay, that's it, and just send the request back here. Oh, okay, because we missed comma here. Okay, that was the only thing. Send the request again, and this time everything is fine back here. Run the maintenance job, and you can see we solved the lab. If we come back to the burp suite, so here what we try to pollute the prototype with a malicious property, and the property is exec argument, exec argv, that adds this eval argument, so that it will spawn a child process. Okay, and then it will use exec sync, that will pass a command, so that it will trigger this command to delete the morale.txt within the home directory of the Carlos user. So that's it, and it's all the lab. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the lab. If you have any query, please put your query in the comment section. I will try to respond on it as soon as possible. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.